Live from the Dorothy Winston Theatre in Auckland, this is Miss Universe New Zealand. From 12 to 7, 3 and then 1. Who will be representing us on the international stage? Will it be Holly Quinn, Tiara Popata, Ilea Baker, Carissa Rehu, Lydia Smith, Hannah McCabe, Jada Ormsby Northcott, Diamond Lange, Cassie Angus, Samantha Wood, Ashley Coughlin, or Taryn Robleski. With performances from Verity Howells and Eden Kavanagh. And your hosts, Nigel Godfrey and Holly Pollock. This is it, the grand final of Miss Universe New Zealand 2019.
Whoa.
Good evening, New Zealand.
Kia ora, tēnā koutou, and welcome to Miss Universe New Zealand 2019. And welcome back to you, Holly.
Well, thank you, Nigel. I am delighted to be back.
Well, the cafe is clearly going well. I always wonder if I was to pop round to your house, whether, it'd be packed to the rafters with fry airs and pure as D.
Well, you'll just have to wonder. Or maybe I'll make you dinner in my fry air sometime.
Oh, thank you.
Now, hasn't it been a year for Miss Universe NZ?
Look, it's been a big year. We've travelled to Australia, we've travelled to China, we've travelled to Thailand twice, but it's been a year of change. This year, around 80 contestants registered for the competition. We saw just over 30 at Stiletto Camp and through interviews, and then 15 made it through as finalists. And tonight, we will see the top 12 extraordinary young Kiwi wahine right here on the stage.
Now, you've held the licence for Miss Universe New Zealand for 7 years. So what continues to be the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. I think the biggest challenge is to get some members of the general public to actually understand who we are and what we do. There are a lot of people who last looked at a pageant back in the 80s, and they still want to judge us on those memories and not on what we're doing. There are two really major pageants in Aotearoa, ourselves and Miss World, and we both work hard to empower and enrich the lives of the contestants whilst raising considerable sums of money for charity.
And look, I think I'm right in saying that since you and Jack took over the franchise, Miss Universe New Zealand has donated around $200,000 to Variety, the children's charity. Well done.
Well, yes, we have, and it's a well done to all of the contestants who've gone before. We've helped a large number of deserving Kiwi kids. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so what are some of the frustrations, Nigel?
Biggest frustrations? You really want to know?
Yep, go on.
Right.
Ready?
Okay. Running Miss Universe in New Zealand, I think the biggest frustration is that some people think that Donald Trump still has something to do with the competition. And I just want to make it clear for all of you in the audience and everyone at home that he doesn't. A few years ago, he was a part owner with NBC. Then he went rogue and started insulting various countries, and NBC fired him. And they said, thanks, but no thanks. The partnership ended, and eventually, thank God, he sold out. And now we have great owners in IMG, all under the stewardship of our fabulous president, Paula Shigar.
So you realise, as soon as you started insulting the orange one, that you've taken this viral.
Yeah. Well, it's simple. I mean, when people say, does Trump still own Miss Universe? I tell them the byline for Miss Universe is confidently beautiful. So how on earth could someone who is continually fugly, and for anyone who's struggling there, fugly means the conjoining of two words. The second one is ugly.
I think we've got it.
How could he be involved in such a great show? And if we hadn't gone viral before, we sure as hell have now.
Yes, we have. Good on you. Now,
Hey, Donald, nice to see ya.
And after that political broadcast,
yes,
we'll be getting the tweets
show
later, I'm sure, from his toilet. Okay, time to get on with the show. Bit of a departure here. We saw all of the contestants in the opening number, but we don't know who they are yet. So now we're going to find out a little bit more about them.
And remember, your vote counts. The public vote counts for 50% of the overall result. All you have to do is head to iTicket, pop Miss Universe in the search bar and follow the instructions to vote. Each vote costs $1 and every single one counts. It's close.
Okay, let's find out a little bit more about our finalists. Here's contestant number 1, and may I say, she just has such a lovely name.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm 26 years old and I'm a waitress in Auckland, New Zealand. This is my second time in this competition and I've gotten this far, so I must be doing something right. I really love what this competition represents and what it means to be a young woman in New Zealand.
Holly Quinn.
Kia ora. My name's Tiara. I'm 21 years old. I'm a full-time beauty therapist and a part-time caregiver from New Plymouth. I entered Miss Universe because public speaking always scared me. But look at me now. I'm here talking to you.
And that's finalist Tiara Papata.
Hi, I'm Ilea. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Levin and I'm a freelance makeup artist. Empower, inspire and encourage. Those are 3 words that embody what Miss Universe is about, and that's why I entered.
And that's Ilea Baker, who's originally from the Vin.
Hi, I'm Carissa. I'm 24 and I'm an Auckland-based flight attendant. I entered Miss Universe because of the opportunity it gives me to work alongside charities. The competition is a challenge, and I love a challenge.
And that's Carissa Rehu from Rotorua.
Hi, I'm Lydia. I'm a 21-year-old management student from Lawrenceville. I entered Miss Universe because it has always been a lifelong dream of mine. But more than that, it's the chance to be part of an organisation whose sole purpose is to help and empower others.
And that is our contestant from Morrinsville, Lydia Smith.
Hi, I'm Hannah McCabe. I'm 25 years old and I'm a police officer from Blenheim. I entered Miss Universe New Zealand because it is a company with a charitable focus, and that appealed to me.
Our police officer, Hannah McCabe.
Kia ora, I'm Jada. I'm 20 years old. I'm a Māori Health Administrator from Wellington. I joined Miss Universe New Zealand because I believe I've got what it takes. It doesn't mean that I think I'm beautiful, because this competition is about so much more than that.
That's Jada Ormsby Northcott.
Kia ora, my name is Diamond Wangi. I am from Auckland. I am a stylist and also in the field of performing arts, doing music and acting. I joined Miss Universe New Zealand because it was a goal of mine and I admire what the organization stands for. I believe as a dreamer, it's important to chase what you are passionate about.
Malo Aleli, Diamond Langi.
Hi, I'm Cassie from Auckland. I'm 24 years old and I'm a flight attendant. I entered Miss Universe New Zealand because Miss Universe is a culturally immersive competition which surrounds the beauty and confidence of young, empowered women around the globe.
Come fly with Cassie Angus.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm from Auckland. I'm 20 years old and I'm in accounts. I entered Miss Universe because I think it's a good platform for young women to use their voices to influence others.
Always good with the numbers, Samantha Wood.
Hi, my name's Ashley Coughlin. I'm 22. I'm a farmer from Whangaruru.
I entered Miss Universe New Zealand to prove that no matter your style or your background, you have every right to represent your country. And that's what I'm gonna do.
From Whangaruru, Ashley Coughlin.
Hello, my name is Tara Marisha Grubleski. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand. I study real estate and I work in sales. I joined Miss Universe New Zealand because I couldn't miss out on this amazing opportunity to make some lifelong friends and also raise some money for charity.
All the way from the South Island, Taryn Robleski. You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon. Let's head to Thailand.
As soon as we arrived, Thai Elite presented us with the traditional garlands and got us through customs straight away and really easily. And we felt like rock stars. Best experience.
Another magic memory and moment from Thailand. Not all champagne is created equally. Miss Universe New Zealand chooses Jacquard, the finest French champagne available in all of the finest places. More from Thailand.
The Phuket Fantasy show was amazing. It was like a carnival. It was like we were in Disneyland. A lot of us girls got to wear beautiful, beautiful traditional Thai outfits, and we had another meal, so there was a lot of food. And we got to watch an amazing show full of acrobats. It was an incredible night.
And that was a Thailand moment. In Auckland, Miss Universe New Zealand chooses to stay at the Shakespeare on Albert Street, a microbrewery, a great restaurant, and a boutique hotel, all in the one place. The Shakespeare on Albert Street. Miss Universe New Zealand in Thailand.
Obviously, a massive reason why we're here is to do our bikini shoots, and we was lucky enough to get gifted each our own personalised bikini from Shikini. And I think she was literally in my brain because mine was khaki and it's got to be one of my favourite colours. For the shoot itself, I had an amazing time. It was so much fun. And I think I was just following around Ellen the whole time, going from one beautiful location to the next.
Another magic memory and moment from Thailand. Miss Universe New Zealand would like to thank our very special Thailand sponsors. Cassia Phuket, some of the best water and sunset views. Be cool with Cassia. Thailand Elite, making you feel like a VIP from the time you arrive to the time you depart. Maikau Dream Villa Resort and Spa. It stirs the senses beyond all expectations. And our silver sponsors. Bryant Earthworks, solid, reliable, and the only name you need in Marlborough. The local garage in Auckland and Wellington. Put the safety of your family in their hands. Booze Fashion, contemporary island fashion available right here in Auckland. Kiwi Metal Polishers. They do the jobs you hate doing. They're New Zealand's largest dip stripper. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks our Thailand supporters and our silver sponsors.
I talent and ambition want me a chance to shine. I ace the big audition, but it's raining on cloud nine. Can't beat the competition, 'cause they just keep moving the line. I handled every corner, each bump along the track. And when I saw the ribbon, well, there was no turning back. I won the photo finish, I posed for the man. But before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. So I made friends with rejection. I straightened up my spine. I'll change each imperfection till it's time to drink the wine. I'll toast to resurrection, but they just keep moving the line. Please give me some direction, 'cause they just keep moving the
Eden Kavanagh, everybody! Eden Kavanagh! Whoa, what a performance, what a voice! Another round of applause, well done. Come to me. So, Eden, you actually performed on The Voice UK. Tell us about that experience.
It was unreal, surreal. I don't think I'll ever be able to do anything like that ever again, because it was just once in a lifetime opportunity, I think. Yeah.
And your spot got played on TV. I know. Did they turn round?
No, they didn't turn.
Oh, boo!
But I still got shown on TV, so I was like, oh, I'll take that.
Well, their loss, our gain. How many people, though, actually have seen that video?
I think over 300,000 across the
Wow.
board, and I think there was over 30,000 people that applied. So
well
to
done,
get on the
Eden,
telly,
hey?
I was pretty happy with that now.
Amazing. Now, you're going to perform again for us a little later in the show.
Yeah, we fun number.
Everybody, Eden Kavanagh. We'll be hearing from her later in the show. Now, talking of judges, as indeed we were, it's time to meet our judges.
So, our first judge, she was a Miss Universe New Zealand in 2016. It's Tanya Dawson. Oh, I'm interested in that music. Where did that come from?
No.
I don't know where that music came from. Anyway, our second judge, he is the owner of Essential Talent. He's a medium veteran. His name's Sean O'Neill. Third judge is Jane Strickland. She's a successful choreographer, singer, actress, and she's about to relocate to London. She's actually our choreographer. That's Jane Strickland. Our fourth judge, he owns the oldest hotel and microbrewery in Auckland. That's why I love him. And he's also the president of the crime prevention group, business legend Sunny Koshal. And finally, she's the owner of Head to Heel. She runs the talent tree, and we're always delighted she takes on the role of our key judge, Ivana Koric. Let's hear it for our judges.
Don't they have the hardest job to do, Nigel?
Well, indeed they do, as do all of you at home, because you can vote. The public vote counts for 50% of the overall result, and to vote for your favourite finalist, all you've got to do is head to iTicket, pop Miss Universe in the search bar, and follow the instructions. It couldn't be easier than that. Or you can head to the contestants' Facebook page, and there's a link on there too.
Yeah, get voting. Right, well, as you know, Miss Universe New Zealand showcased the swimwear section of the competition by heading it off to an exotic location, which I still haven't been to. And this year, once again, it was Thailand. But of course, you got to go, didn't you, Nudge?
Yeah, it's a perk of the job. And in fact, this year, what a perk it was. This is, in fact, our final international retreat. Next year, we're bringing the pageant home. But a little bit more about that a little later. But what a way to finish. We went to two incredible resorts. I'm going to let the pictures tell the story.
This year, the Miss Universe New Zealand finalists travelled to Phuket in Thailand for the retreat. We stayed at Cassia, beautiful apartment-style living with 5-star facilities. There were pools, lagoons and a beach. And then we moved to Maikau Dream Villas. And what a dream this 5-star accommodation is. It quite simply doesn't get any better. but we were there to shoot the swimwear section of the competition and our swimwear calendar. This year, the contestants were wearing shikini, designed by our former contestant, Shekinah de los Santos. Contestant number 1 is Holly Quinn. Seen here in a camo bikini, she's from Auckland, and believe it or not, we shot this in her own private garden in the villa at My Cow Dreams. Holly Quinn. Number 2. Now, Tiara Popata comes to us all the way from New Plymouth, and she's a beauty therapist, and she rocked the swimwear. Filmed at Cassia in Phuket. Tiara Popata. Contestant number 3 is Ilea Baker. Now, Ilea originally comes from Levin, but now she bases herself in Auckland. She's a beauty therapist, and she loved the beauty of My Cow Dream Villas. Ilea Baker. Number 4 is Carissa Rehu. Now, Carissa took part in Miss Rotorua last year, and then she decided to join Miss Universe. And we're absolutely delighted that she did. Carissa Rehu. Lydia Smith is number 5. She told us that she loved her Shikini camo bikini, and she also loved her very own personal pool and waterfall that was incredibly in her villa garden at My Cow Dreams. Lydia Smith. Making a very welcome return to Miss Universe New Zealand, Hannah McCabe, who is now a serving police officer in Blenheim. So, of course, we gave her a blue shikini. How could we not? Hannah McCabe. Number 7 is Jada Ormsby Northcott. She's a Kaiwhakariti from our capital, Poneki, Wellington. I think I like Poneki better. This is her very first pageant. Jada Ormsby Northcott. Diamond Langi is contestant number 8. She's a singer, a stylist and a model, and she's well travelled. But for her, New Zealand is always home. Diamond Langi. Contestant number 9 is also well travelled because Cassie Angus is an international flight attendant, so she's used to hotel pools. But she tells us she absolutely loved this one. Cassie Angus. Number 10 is Samantha Wood. And numbers is Sam's thing because she's an accountant. I know this is not the picture I see when I go to file my returns. Samantha Wood. Ashley Coughlin is contestant 11, and she joins us all the way from Whangaruru up north, so she's used to great beaches and a warmer climate. That's Ashley Coughlin. And rounding out our finalists, contestant 12, Taryn Roblewski. Taryn's from Christchurch, but says she found the weather in Thailand just a little bit nicer than the South Island at this time of year. Taryn Roblewski. So let's see how the calendar turned out. January, Ilea. February, Jada. March, Carissa. April, Ashley. May, Tiara. June, Diamond. Miss Photogenic is Lydia Smith. July, Hannah. And jumping to September, Samantha. October, Cassie. November, Holly. And December, Taryn. And who got the cover? Well, that honour went to Diamond Langi. You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon. And here's a Thailand moment.
We had an amazing meal at the Japanese restaurant. There was a lot of seafood. A few of the girls actually tried raw fish for the first time, so I think they enjoyed that. And then after that, we went next door. We had a traditional Thai massage. It was an hour and a half, so that was lovely. And we all enjoyed it, so I do recommend, if you haven't done one, you need to.
Another magic moment from Thailand. Miss Universe New Zealand would like to thank our very special Thailand sponsors. Cassia Phuket, some of the best water and sunset views. Be cool with Cassia. Thailand Elite, making you feel like a VIP from the time you arrive to the time you depart. My Cow Dream Villa Resort and Spa. It stirs the senses beyond all expectations. And our silver sponsors, Bryant Earthworks, Solid, reliable, and the only name you need in Marlborough. The local garage in Auckland and Wellington put the safety of your family in their hands. Booze Fashion, contemporary island fashion available right here in Auckland. Kiwi Metal Polishers, they do the jobs you hate doing. They're New Zealand's largest dip stripper. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks our Thailand supporters and our silver sponsors. Another moment from Thailand.
What a night. 5-star service, 5-course meal. What an incredible evening. After the meal, we were then led to a fire show. We were so close we could actually feel the heat. But what a fantastic way to end the night.
Another magic memory and moment from Thailand.
And now it's time for the evening wear parade. First up, it's Holly Quinn.
Now Holly is wearing an asymmetrical gown with side-gathered drape in gold laser stud lace. And isn't she looking stunning, everyone?
This is contestant number 1, Holly Quinn. Contestant number 2 is Tiara Popata.
Tiara is wearing grey and silver ensemble with a full bias flowy skirt with silver sequined lace details, and she looks just stunning.
This is contestant number 2, Tiara Popata. So she's contestant number 3, Ilea Baker.
Ilea is wearing a serpentine cut plunging V neckline dress with silver leaves and lace details, looking absolutely stunning.
This is contestant number 3, Ilea Baker. And here's contestant number 4, Carissa Rehu.
Carissa is absolutely rocking the champagne column dress with floral lace details, finished with a beautiful flowy cape. I think you need a champagne with that dress.
Indeed you do. This is Carissa Rehu, contestant number 4. And here we have contestant number 5, Lydia Smith.
Lydia is stunning in this off-white strapless dress with side-gathered drape finish with a side slit. I think that would be perfect for any wedding, in fact.
Indeed it would. This is Lydia Smith, contestant number 6. And here we have Hannah McCabe.
Hannah, not in blue tonight. Instead, she's in a V neckline sequin dress in rose gold, finished with a high slit and tulle capes. The boys in blue and girls in blue would be
That's
proud.
Hannah McCabe. Here we go, our next contestant. It is Jada Ormsby Northcott.
Jada is wearing a blush flowy dress with illusion neckline detailed with silver beading and sequins. And looking absolutely fabulous.
And that is Jada Ormsby Northcott. So this must be contestant number, I don't know, I can't see the numbers, but it's Diamond Lungy.
And Diamond is dazzling in this V neckline spaghetti strap tulle dress, detailed in rose gold beading. Shine, you Diamond.
All right, I've seen the numbers now. It's number 8, Diamond Lungy. And here we have contestant number 9, Cassie Angus.
And Cassie is wearing an off-white column dress, detailed with dainty ivory lace, finished with crystals. And looks just like a crystal glass. Absolutely beautiful.
Cassie Angus, contestant number 9. Here she is, contestant number 10, Samantha Wood.
Sam has got a plunging V neckline dress in full biased organdy skirt, finished with ivory and nude floral and lace. Wow, isn't that just a stunning picture?
That is Samantha Wood, contestant number 10. And contestant number 11 is Ashley Coughlin.
Blush asymmetrical neckline dress with side-gathered drape, detailed with rose gold laser stud lace and crystals. It's got everything going on, this dress, and looking absolutely beautiful.
Now, Ash is a farmer. You wouldn't wear that one on the farm, would you? Contestant 11, Ashley Coughlin. Here we go. Contestant number 12, rounding us out, it's Taran Roblewski.
And finally, a gold column dress in a laser stud lace, detailed with assorted crystals, finished with a beautiful long chiffon cape.
How classic, how elegant. That's Taran Roblewski. And here come all our contestants in their stunning evening wear by Sydney Akulia. Let's hear it for what an extraordinary evening wear collection.
Wow, just look at these gowns, aren't they absolutely stunning? And
They are, yeah, let's hear it
again.
again. They're extraordinary. Wow. And Holly, you too are wearing Sydney Akulia.
I am. I'm very lucky. This is the second time I've had my own gown made for me, and I just love it. Thank you very much, Sydney.
I'm still wearing the same suit I have for 7 years, and I've got to get it back by 10:30, so we better carry on. Now, shall we meet the man behind these fabulous creations? We've actually flown him all the way from the Philippines to be with us here tonight. Please welcome Sydney Akulia.
Come in between us there. I've just moved this beautiful cape that you made for me. Now, Sydney, pageants are a big deal in the Philippines, aren't they?
Yeah, they are as huge as rugby.
Oh, really? Wow.
Hey,
Let's not talk about
I don't know.
that.
Not tonight. No, don't. Well, maybe they are.
Now, this is your third year with us. What was the inspiration for these beautiful dresses?
Well, I wanted the girls to look effortless and airy and light. That's why I opted for lighter materials this year. So that's the result.
And they look stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. He's available, he's here for another week. You can run up quite a few, to see him afterwards. Sydney, it has been delightful to have you with us again. Would you like to do it again next year?
Of course, Nigel.
All right, it's a deal. Thanks, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Sydney Akulia.
You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon.
Hi, I'm Tania Dawson, Miss Universe New Zealand 2016. I'm a model and an actress, and as you can imagine, skincare is extremely important to me. When I discovered Kathy Organics, I knew that I'd found a regime for life. Because it's organic, it's pure, and there are just 4 steps. I like that it's just that simple. So here are those 4 steps. Step 1, it's all about cleansing. Apply a small amount of bright cleansing lotion between your moist hands and massage over the face and neck, then rinse thoroughly. Step 2 is exfoliating. You pop a small amount of skin brightening exfoliator and gently massage on a wet face or body area in an upwards and outwards circular motion. You can then rinse it off after about 30 seconds. You can do this once or twice a week or simply as required, and then you buff away the dead and dried skin. You're halfway there. Step 3. This one's about repair. Apply either Marula Serum or Rosehip Oil Brightening Plus liberally to your cleansed face, neck and cleavage. And you do this both day and night. 2 to 3 drops of pure plant oil really helps to both repair and protect the skin. And now, the final step, number 4, moisturizing. Apply Marula Rich Moisturizer or the Skin Brightening Cream, and you then follow this one up by repeating step 3. And there you have it, 4 steps to smooth, healthy skin. Could it get any easier? If you hadn't discovered Kathy Organics yet, I'm glad you found me. If you'd like to know more, head to the website and be sure to check in with us on Facebook. You've only got one skin, so make sure you look after it. I'm Tanya Dawson for Kathy Organics.
Another magic moment from Thailand.
Making merit is the traditional way of giving local monks food. We followed that with a meditation session with one of the monks. It was a truly calming experience, coming in the middle of what has been a pretty full-on retreat.
And that was a Thailand moment. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks its bronze sponsors, Tall Poppy Real Estate, with special thanks to Tamara Ball and Brendan Heenan. Smith & Sons Blenheim, Laser Skin Technologies, Miss Timaru, Speaker's Corner, Ella Nails and Beauty, Gale's Fashion Collection, Paving Innovations, the Kiwianis Club of Morrinsville, Island Rose Dreams, Raman Takara, Hall & Parsons, Pre's Pretty Designs, Lucy Lee, Roma Blooms. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks all its bronze sponsors.
Welcome back. Now lined up behind me are 12 finalists, and very soon that number will reduce to just 7. So it's time for me to hand over to Nigel for our first elimination.
Thank you, Holly. Now, for you at home, the public vote is frozen. If you vote now, you will be charged, but your vote will not count in this round of the competition. Could I have the results, please? I'm going to wander over here. I can see the lovely Chloe Manga. Thank you, Chloe. Now, Chloe, you might recognise Chloe. She's from Sutcliffe Matson's Law. Chloe is this year's official scrutineer. And when I say you might recognise her, she was a finalist in 2017. And I think congratulations are most definitely in order. Thank you, Chloe. So we have all of our results scrutinised. The whole judging process is scrutinised by Chloe, our lawyer. Well, not our lawyer, an independent lawyer. All right. So, on this card are our top 7 finalists. They're in no particular order. Amongst these names are the contestants who raised the most money for our chosen charity Variety, and the contestant who won the Entrepreneurial Challenge, which, as well as the charity component, takes into account sponsorships and other initiatives. Those 2 contestants have immunity from this elimination. Now, if the winner of the Entrepreneurial Challenge would have made it through to the top 7 anyway, without immunity, due to their standing in the public vote and the judges' vote, then she will have 1 point to play in the next round of the competition, when we go from 7 to 3, which could move her up 1 place. So if, for example, she was lying 4th, she could move up to 3rd and head into the final round. I do hope you're following this. I'll be asking questions later. Okay. Let's now find out who is in the top 7. Let the elimination begin. The top 7 are in no particular order. The first contestant who I'm going to tell you is going through is... I learned everything I know from Dominic Bowden. Carissa Rehu. Second contestant through. Going through to the top 7 with a shot at the title. Lydia Smith. Third contestant going through. Samantha Wood. We We are now halfway through the announcement of your top 7. The person in that midway position, the 4th contestant going through, Hannah McCabe. Only 3 positions left. And one of those positions is going to Cassie Angus. Two left. 6 and 7. Again, in no particular order. The 6th contestant going through, whose dreams are still alive, Diamond Lungi. And there is one place left. And this is tough, because all the top 12, in our opinion, would make great finalists, great winners. But there is only one place left. That place is going to Jada Ormston-Norcott. Please show your appreciation for the contestants whose Miss Universe journey has now reached its conclusion. Thank you, ladies. Whoa. All right, settle down. I actually really hate that part because, as I said, there are 12, probably for the first time in the last 7 years of doing this, every single one of our 12 contestants we would have loved to see go through. And that's how it has to be with us, because we don't have any say in the judging. So we have to know that they're good enough to be a winner, and all 12 of them were good. I just want to hear it again for all of those contestants, because they're out the back. Okay. But we now do have our top 7, and now it's time to reveal the contestant or contestants who both collected the most money for our charity and the contestant who won the Entrepreneurial Challenge. Well, on this occasion, I want to give a special mention to Lydia Smith, who came 2nd in the Entrepreneurial Challenge. Give it up for Lydia, raised a terrific sum of money. But the person who won the Entrepreneurial Challenge and raised the most of money for charity is Hannah McCabe. All right, well, they're going to leave us. They're going to prepare for the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 7. Well, I don't know about you here in the theatre or you at home, but I need a cup of tea and a lie down. Did your contestant make it through? Voting is now unfrozen, and you can vote again for a very short time for any of the contestants in the top 7. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, we will be meeting Estelle Kurt, who is, of course, Miss Universe New Zealand 2018, and we'll be finding out about her way. Her way? No, we'll be finding out how her year went. So, don't go away.
You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon. More from Thailand.
We went to Old Phuket town, and one of the first things I noticed when I got off the bus was 1, the heat, which absolutely smacked me in the face. 2, the colours. And so we went down an alleyway, and you might think, oh, it's dirty and it's grungy and gross, but it was the complete opposite. It was filled with people selling fruit on one side, clothing stores on the other, and the buildings were just colourful all the way down. So it was beautiful and vibrant and fun, and I think in a way that's a really good representation of the people here in Thailand. And after that, I kind of thought to myself, why not wear a nice colourful shirt like this?
Another magic moment from Thailand. In Auckland, Miss Universe New Zealand chooses to stay at the Shakespeare on Albert Street, a microbrewery, a great restaurant, and a boutique hotel, all in the one place. The Shakespeare on Albert Street. And here's a Thailand moment.
The Cassia Resort was just so beautiful. Straight after jumping off a 13-hour flight, we got welcomed by such beautiful dancing from all of the staff there. Straight away, felt the energy, lifted everyone's spirits, and then we can go straight to our rooms. They shuffled us through really quickly. We were very excited. We saw such a beautiful view from everyone's balcony. The whole resort, the entire time, the staff was so friendly and so welcoming to us. They were just so excited and happy to see us. All of them were always taking photos with us. We loved it. We felt like we were famous.
And that was a Thailand moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Universe New Zealand 2018, Estelle Kurd. Well, look, we do lots of jobs here. You know, it's hard to get the staff. I bring on the seats because we are gonna be here for a while. Right, shall we take a seat? We'll take a seat. Let's have a chat. You good there, Holly? What a year! What a year it's been for you. Now you watched, I know you were in the wings just watching that elimination. How do you feel when you heard your name read out this time, kind of last year? Can you still remember that moment?
Well, I mean, I actually forgot my name for a moment. I thought, is that me? Am I really going to be representing New Zealand on the world stage? It was an incredible moment, Nigel.
Now, you really were thrown in at the deep end because within a week you were off overseas. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was invited to speak at the Global Light of Peace conference, and that was amongst intellectuals, professors, doctors, so I felt very special to be amongst, considered to be a speaker there.
And of course that was over in Sydney. We headed over to Sydney to do that, which was great fun.
And then it was off to the big one. Miss Universe International Final in Bangkok. What was that like?
It was absolutely incredible. You cannot imagine. There were people screaming to be close to us. We had the LAPD on security. And then on the final night, we got to perform amongst one of my absolute idols, Neo. And Steve Harvey announced the winner, and yes, he got it right.
Which is fantastic. Good old Steve. I was there when he got it wrong. It's just absolutely fantastic. Now, look, I've got to ask you, I happen to know, and we're not going to name the country, but not everyone's good at geography, are they? Not amongst all your fellow international contestants.
No, well, we did have one contestant, and of course I won't name the country, but she did say, oh, I know where New Zealand is. And I said, oh, okay. She said, oh, it's that piece that broke off from Australia. And I said, yeah, about 6 billion years ago. And she said, no. And she proceeded to zoom in on the map and show me Tasmania. So I had to promptly zoom out and then zoom into New Zealand. And she said, wow, I didn't even know there was something down there.
Wow. and we're not going to name the nation. But if you are a geography teacher and you were planning to get a job overseas, you know, you just had a good chance in Jamaica. Right. Oh, I can't believe I said that. She's sitting there going, I know I said that to Estelle, but I didn't mean it. And then we went from Thailand straight away, and we went with Fantasy Angel, one of our sponsors, to Guangzhou. Now, tell us about that.
Oh, my goodness. So I've never had such an experience like China. It was out of this world. China is just incredible. And I do want to really thank our sponsor, Nigel, for being able to take me and Nigel over there.
It was absolutely terrific. You know, we went to this fantastic dinner, but it was just so different, you know. And the great thing, of course, with Nigel is the skincare is great and lovely people. And it's all about it's us being over there, and their product's all about New Zealand, which was really great for us.
So, quite a year. And I was just thinking, what would you say to any of the young women watching the show tonight and thinking, oh, maybe I might possibly think about having a go at that?
Absolutely get involved. Challenge yourself. This last year has grown me so much. And I have to say, you are incredible. Let's show the world what you are made of.
Fantastic. Well, we're heading, as you know, right around New Zealand in November. We're going to come to a town near you. So if you're inspired by either what Estelle's saying there or the girls you've seen on the stage tonight, then just look up nextmissnz.com, follow us on Facebook, coming to a town near you, and we would be delighted to meet you. Well, Estelle, you have been an absolute delight as a title holder. We couldn't have asked for more. We wish you all the very best in the future, and I know you have a very exciting future ahead of you, and you'll find out more about that. She blogs, she'll tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Universe New Zealand 2018, Estelle Kurd.
Now, Estelle, we're going to ask you to stay with us, hence the chairs that we brought in, because it's now time for our top 7 to rejoin us.
Let's hear it. Here they come. Here come on the top 7.
That's right. It's time for your favourite part, girls, the Q&A, and that's questions and answers if you didn't know, Nigel.
I knew what it was. I knew. This is the bit you love or you hate, but it is the Q&A. So, I have the first question. My first question is going to be for Carissa. Now, Carissa, on March the 15th this year, we all know what happened in Christchurch. Obviously, there was an outpouring of grief, of compassion, but also this tragedy has also revealed some deep divisions in our society. How do we even begin to heal and to deal with those divisions?
Thank you very much for that question, Nigel. As a country, I believe that we should work together to rebuild the trust in aroha that all communities deserve to have in the beautiful Aotearoa we call our home.
Thank you very much, Carissa. Now, Estelle, you have the next question. Your question is going to go to Lydia Smet.
Lydia, during this last year, we've seen New Zealand ban single-use plastic bags. Is this too little too late? And what should we be doing to reduce the impact that we are having on the planet?
I honestly don't think it's too little too late. Maybe 100 years ago it would have been a little bit better, but our next best option is today, so we may as well take it. In terms of what I think we should do to prevent more, is take care of our nature. I think if we don't have nature, we don't have a future. We should invest in reforestation and building up what we have broken.
Right, Holly, it's your turn. You've got a question, you've got the next question, and it's going to Samantha.
Now, Samantha, this week you visited Uhamatau and met those on the front line. What was your impression?
There's two sides to every story. Some agree and some disagree. When we went there, it was lovely to see that the community and protesters had come together as one that believed in determination and dedication, just like the suffragettes with Kate Sheppard in 1893, who believed that women should have the right to vote.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, so I've got the next question. It's me. Right, okay, and it's going to go to Hannah. So let's say you win tonight, and in a few months' time you're on stage with Steve Harvey at the international final. You've got 30 seconds to sell New Zealand, and your time starts now.
New Zealand is beautiful and unique, but it is the people that make it what it is. We're so diverse, welcoming and hardworking. With our Kiwi ingenuity and number 8 wire, we can achieve anything.
Estelle, it is back to you, and your question is going to go to Cassie.
Cassie, we hear a lot more te reo spoken in Aotearoa in 2019. Should it be compulsory learning in high school? And what does the language mean to you?
Thanks, Estelle. I personally think that te reo should be taught in primary schools, as it is much easier to learn at a younger age. I especially appreciate te reo as it shows the culture of my national country, New Zealand, and I hope that my future children grow up with te reo as part of their normal lives.
Thank you, Cassie. Holly, over to you, and your question is going to go to Diamond.
So this show has been broadcast from Auckland, where house prices have skyrocketed in the last 25 years, but where we also have a growing housing issue. So many more people than ever have been registered as homeless. What do you think the first steps are to fixing what is undoubtedly a crisis?
The New Zealand housing crisis is at a huge shortage. What needs to happen is the demand needs to meet the supply. And in order for this, the demand, there's so much expectation and there's a lot of high requirements, but if it were to be on the same level, we'll be able to get out of the situation that we are currently in right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Diamond. Okay. Well, it is the lucky last, and it's coming from me. It's going to you, Jada. In 2019, we are more connected than we have ever been. Yet many people would suggest that even with the incredible communication tools that are now available to us, we don't meaningfully communicate with each other, and we communicate far less. So why do you think that is, Jada?
Well, I think that is because we isolate ourselves. Instead of sitting at the dinner table talking to our whānau, we're communicating through the phone. Yes, I think that's why. Nigel?
Well, I think that's very good, and I'm glad that you spoke to me and you didn't communicate with the phone. Very, very good answer. And I tell you what, let me just say, what great answers those were. No one stumbled. Fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause. Fantastic.
Okay, well, it wasn't too painful, was it, girls? Yes, it was for them, but it wasn't for us. You did a great job. And let's bring back some memories to Estelle.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to be on this side this year, doing the questioning and not the answering, because it is tough.
I am not surprised that you are very happy. They didn't stumble, but my word, I did. Our judges are heading off now. Voting is going to close in 60 seconds, so you either vote now or you don't get a chance. Now, coming up after the break, we have got a performance from Verry Howes, a two-time Variety Gold Heart Scholar. She's only 16. She's won a $200,000 scholarship to study in New York, and she's got a recording contract in LA. How old did I say she was? Yes, she is 16. It's going to be great.
And of course, we are getting ever closer to the big one, the announcement of Miss Universe New Zealand 2019. Don't go away.
You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon. Another moment from Thailand.
So, at the Cassia Hotel, it was very bright and had a younger vibe which made it very welcoming. We all had separate rooms which surprised us all, as we might have thought we were sharing. Down by the pool there was a VW van, but not any kind of VW van. It was actually a minibar. That's my kind of VW van.
And that was another moment from Thailand. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks its bronze sponsors, Tall Poppy Real Estate, with special thanks to Tamara Ball and Brendan Heenan, Smith & Sons Blenheim, Laser Skin Technologies, Miss Timaru, Speaker's Corner, Ella Nails and Beauty, Gale's Fashion Collection, Paving Innovations, the Kiwi Islands Club of Morrinsville, Island Rose Dreams, Ramen Takara, Holden Parsons, Pre's Pretty Designs, Lucy Lee, Roma Blooms. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks all its bronze sponsors. Another magic moment from Thailand.
We arrived at the Laguna Kindergarten at approximately lunchtime. We were greeted by about 20 really cute children. It was such a good time to turn up because we got to help serve them their lunch, and I was lucky enough to help with that. There was about 180 pupils, and the really cool thing to find out was that the Laguna Resort fully funded the kindergarten. I can't speak Thai, but you know what? A smile and a hug is the same in any language.
Another magic moment from Thailand.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with She Used to Be Mine, Verry Howes.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me, that these shoes and this It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She is messy, but she's kind. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She gets broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through the back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. But now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two for the girl that I knew who is reckless just enough. She gets hurt, but she learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, going stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little and bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone and used to be mine. She used to be mine. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
Verity Howells.
Wow, what a voice. Thank you so much, Verity.
Thank you.
Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Wow. I was literally standing there in the wings,
Take a breath.
and I'm like, that was incredible. Now look, Verity, let's find out a little bit about you. Now you performed at Christmas in the Park, yep?
Yes, I performed at Coca-Cola Christmas in the Park, and it was absolutely amazing.
How bizarre is that? You know, you're out there, a starting off gig for you, let's start off, there's 200,000 people in the park. What's that like?
Oh, that is totally insane. It's what I mean, if I told my 9-year-old self that I'd be doing that, she would freak out and buy a ball gown, like.
And could you see anyone in the crowd?
I saw my mum. She's somewhere up there.
Yeah, that's because she was wearing a fluoro jacket.
Did she have the placard?
I'm here, dear. I'm here. All right, now then you went and you competed overseas at the Wakapa, and you won a $200,000 scholarship to study in New York, and you got a recording contract in LA.
Yeah, with Ingersoll and On Key, which is, again, totally insane. It's something that I've worked towards for such a long time, and finally getting it is like the most amazing feeling.
And you're a Variety Gold Heart Scholar.
Yes, I
as
am,
well.
and I'm so grateful. I genuinely couldn't have done the things that I've done without them. So people that are donating your money, it's going to a great cause. Yeah, it's helped me so much. So
Yeah, well,
thank you.
that is a great tie-up with us because, of course, we support Variety, and we are just delighted. I think we're going to see a lot more of young Verity. Ladies and gentlemen, Verity Howells.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Verity. She's going to go places. Now, Nigel, you hinted earlier that Miss Universe New Zealand is going to be in for some big changes this year.
Well, yes, indeed it is. In 2019-2020, Miss Universe New Zealand is coming home. Now, when we started this journey in 2013, we made the somewhat radical step at the time of losing the swimwear parade from the live show. This meant we needed to film it, and due to scheduling difficulties and the New Zealand winter, which you do not want to do a swimwear shoot in, this meant heading overseas. But in 2019-2020, we decided we're going to bring it home.
Okay, so what does that mean for the young women sitting at home watching tonight who'd like to enter?
Well, I hope there are a lot of you sitting at home thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of that. Well, it means we're coming to you. First up, all you've got to do is head to nextmissnz.com, and you can register your interest for free. In November, we will come right around the country. We will come to a town near you for interviews, and we're going to travel the length and breadth of New Zealand to find the next Miss Universe New Zealand. All you've got to do is show up for the interview. Who was that? Hello. Where are you, Mum? I paid for 3. All you got to do is show up for the interview, tell us what you think you'd make a great candidate, and we'll even give you a free gift for coming along.
Wow, okay, and then what will happen after that?
Well, those interviews will close off in January, and then we'll invite all of our new finalists to come together for the swimwear section sometime in February in New Zealand in the summer.
Seems such a long way off, though.
Yeah, it does seem a long way up, but I tell you, it's going to come round really, really quickly before we even know it. And this time next year, in the week before our finals week, we're going to bring all the contestants again. And this time, we're going to do a retreat in New Zealand. And then, of course, we will have the grand final, which will be absolutely terrific.
Sounds amazing. Now, all the details, again, they're at nextmissnz.com. It's going to be right here in New Zealand.
It certainly is.
Okay, when you said you were bringing it home, you certainly meant it.
Well, we thought that it was time.
That's right. And here are our girls again coming on behind us. Which means, Nigel, it's that time again where I have to leave you to do the tough jobs.
Yes, I'm going to do the tough talk. I'm going to wander over here, and I am hopefully going to see someone with a result. I always worry that I saw the judges locked in. Thank you very much indeed. This is the result. Okay, thank you. Right, we're now going to reveal the top 3. As you can see, the top 7 on the stage. I've got 3 in my hand, and they are in no particular order, but they're our top 3. So let's let the elimination begin. Remember, we're just revealing the top 3, no order at all. First, going into the top 3. Hannah McCabe. There is another place in the top 3. And that's going to be taken by Jada Ormsby Northcott. And the third place in the top 3. The last person who's got a chance at that title. Diamond Lungi. once again, ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation to the 4 contestants who are now leaving the competition. And we congratulate our top 3. Wow.
Nigel, I am so glad that you get to do that bit.
Yep, I'm not. Now, earlier on in the show, we heard from Eden Kavanagh, who performed Moving the Line, which she did on The Voice UK. We couldn't let her go without performing another number because, well, she's come all the way from the South Island, hasn't she?
No, after all, she has come from the South Island, and she's going to give us a song made famous by Natalie Cole.
I've got a great story about Natalie Cole.
I thought you might.
I used to do singing telegrams.
What?
I did. I used to do singing. I know you're surprised. I did a singing telegram for Natalie Cole, right? And I had to sing, "Hello, Natalie." And so I go to her house. It was like Valentine's Day, 1981. I was 17. And I was so nervous. I think, God, I'm singing for Natalie Cole in a house. And she comes in. The husband's booked me. It's Valentine's Day. And she comes in and I went, "Hello, Natalie." "Yes, hello, Natalie." And I thought, oh, my God, I've started it too high. And she goes, "It's okay, son. Just go back to the top and I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. And she started singing her own singing telegram. That was the true Natalie Cole. She was lovely. And Eden is going to perform her big song, Orange Coloured Sky.
Which I think she'll start on the right note and probably will sound a bit better than you.
She'll
So,
get it in the
Nigel,
right key.
I would never have guessed you were singing telegram. Thank you for that.
No, all right. So, it is time now to welcome to the stage the fabulous, the extraordinary. Is she there? I think she's in the wing. She's ready to go. Are you ready to go, Eden? I think you're ready to go. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage with Natalie Cole's Orange Coloured Sky, Eden Kavanagh.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, wham, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, wham, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. Well, look at Niall Timber. Watch out for flying glass. 'Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into it spinning. I started to shut up and hit. This is it. This is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Wham, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. Oh, look at Niall Timber. Watch out for flying glass. 'Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into it spinning and started to shout up and hit. This is it. This is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Wham, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored, purple stripes, pretty green polka dot sky. Wham, bam, alakazam, and
You're watching Miss Universe New Zealand. Back soon. Let's head to Thailand.
In the afternoon, it was all about Muay Thai. We got to head down to the beach where we got gifted these personalised shorts with our name on, which was quite cool actually. Some were a bit snug, but it's okay. It made for a good giggle. We then proceeded over to meet the trainers, who kitted us up with all the right gear, and then we got right into it. We jumped onto the mats and we got to learn all the great skills. We had some interesting wardrobe malfunction, but it was okay because it was super hot and we were on the beach.
And that was another moment from Thailand. Miss Universe New Zealand would like to thank its premier supporters. Tourism Thailand experts, connecting us to the best of Thailand. Good Buzz, True Brew Kombucha, brewed and bottled in New Zealand. Seville's Hairdressing, award-winning style, world class in Auckland. Beau Visage, what life takes out, they put back in with luxury beauty treatments. Cell Reverse, the complete age reversal skincare system. Cathy Organics, natural skincare with organic ingredients, beauty, purity, potency. Nigel Pure Skincare, energizing your skin against aging naturally. Made with heart in New Zealand. Arture, the best ingredients from nature for Medi-Spa results. Discover the art of nature. Arture. Miss Universe New Zealand thanks its premier supporters. Miss Universe New Zealand in Thailand.
Then we arrived at James Bond Island, and that was stunning. I've never seen a James Bond film in my life, but now I'm going to get the DVD out and watch the one where the island's in it.
And that was another moment from Thailand.
Welcome back to the final part of Miss Universe New Zealand 2019. What a night it has been. Now, we started out with our final 12, and very soon we will be down to just the one winner. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. Now, I've thoroughly enjoyed being your co-host tonight, but it's time for me to go. So for the final time, I will pass over to you, Nigel, for the results.
Yeah, just before you do, I've thoroughly enjoyed having you as my co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see her on the cafe every morning at 9 a.m. or on 3+ when I get up later. That's when I see her. Ladies and gentlemen, Holly Pollock. I'm going to my results position. I have the results. Chloe gave them to me earlier on. On this piece of paper are the final rankings of the final three. But as you can see, during the break... Who let her in? I love you. During the break, we announced to our 4th and 5th place getters. And there they are, 4th and 5th, Carissa Rehu and Lydia Smith. But now it's time to find out what the ranking of the final three is. Let the elimination, the final elimination, begin. The second runner-up. In Miss Universe New Zealand 2018-19. I'm in another world. Thank you, Steve Harvey. I'm channeling you. In 3rd place, the second runner-up, Jada Ormsby Northcott. This was Jada's first pageant, and she made an absolute fist of it. She just did so well, very well in the entrepreneurial challenge. Terrific. Well done, Jada. And then there were two. This was an exceptionally close decision. The closest decision we have had in the 7 years that we have been in charge of this competition. Now, if for any reason the winner of Miss Universe New Zealand cannot fulfill their duties as the title holder, then the runner-up will be invited to take over the title. The next name that I read out will be our new New Zealand winner. The winner of Miss Universe New Zealand 2019 is... Diamond Lange. Let's hear it for all the contestants and especially Diamond, our new Miss Universe New Zealand 2019.
This has been a Eureka production for Miss Universe New Zealand.